We want to welcome you to Knowing God Intimately. With me is Neil and Jody Waddell. You've taken the class how many times? Anyway, we love this class. It's the class that never ends. But anyway, let me ask you both a question. People ask us all the time, how has this message impacted your lives?
For me, Dan, it's changed my whole perspective. Growing up for me, I was a glasses half empty kind of person.
Yeah.
And when I started to get to know God as Father, as Daddy, and to get into that intimate relationship with Him, it was something I couldn't do. He took it and turned it around for me, where I was looking at the positive. My glass, I say it this way, like Psalm says, He anoints my head with oil, and my cup runs over. My cup is now running over, and that's what I see.
Yes.
Because of knowing God intimately.
So different perspective.
Absolutely.
Just hearing His heart, knowing His heart made a whole difference.
Night and day.
Yeah, night and day. And you?
Well,
my favorite sister.
I came to God. I didn't come from a Christian foundation. Mm-hmm. My parents were saved, but that was about it. And so I came to God with this idea of how I got there. And when I started in churches, they said, no, that's not how you do it. No, that's not how you talk to Him. No, that's not how He talks to you. And so I said, oh, well, I must not know. So I changed it. And it put a separation in there.
Yes.
And when I came back to knowing Him intimately, I discovered that He had led me the right direction all along.
Yeah.
And so I got to come back to this place that was easy and soft and
Daddy.
Secure and Daddy, and just be me.
Yeah.
And I didn't have to be something, protocol is good. When I approach Him as my king, He is my king.
Yes.
But when He's my daddy and I'm just hanging out with my daddy, I can just be me.
That's awesome. All the while He's pursuing us, and we have this sense that there's a separation. That's not God. No. We'll come running home to our Father.
Right.
He is a refuge, by the way, and people are looking for a family, and they're looking for a father.
Right.
That's right.
And that's what happens when we connect with Him at the heart level. If you were to share with folks about why they should come to these classes, what would you say to them?
I come from a livestock background, and there are times when I've worked a really long, hard day. I said I wasn't going to cry. And at the end of the day, I was hot and I was dusty, and I just needed to be refreshed. And coming to these classes is like the end of that day, where I come in and my feet are hot and swollen and there's dust all over me. And I just rest in His presence and enjoy His soaking rain. And He just washes off everything. And He just refreshes my soul and refreshes my spirit and speaks life back into me. And that's what happens when I hang out with Him. That's what happens when I hang out with these people, with you guys.
Yes.
It's refreshing. So come be refreshed.
That's right.
Come be refreshed.
Amen.
Come home to Daddy. What would you say, Neil?
It's all about living life. Like I said earlier, coming from that perspective of seeing everything negative, always seeing the problem, my life was all about performance. And yes, we've been to several classes, but the very first class we were in, or the first series of classes, I will say the one thing I took away from all that was it's not performance-based. And that phrase right there set me free. And about living life freely in Him. Yeah. Knowing Him in a way that I've never known Him, because it's not about how good or how bad I could do.
Yes.
Most of it was how bad I did. How bad I messed up. And now it's just through the years now and learning and transitioning and growing in Him is I'm going to mess up, and that's okay. Yeah. That's where His grace comes in. Yes. And that's why I would say come. I mean, if people are struggling, people are hurting, and you just need to be free.
Yes.
You're tired of the mundane or by rote, the traps.
The performance treadmill.
That we find ourselves stuck in. Yeah. Don't even know how we got there.
Yeah.
I didn't. Yeah. But if you want to find a way to get out of that, that's why I would say come.
Amen. Well, again, we want to welcome you all to the Knowing God Intimately classes. And again, come on home to your Father. It's the best place to be. God bless you.